It is time to do battle in the third race of the Gatorade Cup Series Chase as we head to the Vermont International Speedway for the Bass Pro Shops 400, one of the newer racetracks on the Gatorade Cup Series schedule, and we'll see who can claim the final Vermont victory here in the Gatorade Cup Series. Evan Hunter, trying to turn his chase around after two poor finishes to start out, is on pole for today's race, and beside him on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Derek Kimmel's got two top fives to start off the chase and leads the points by a massive amount. In third place, we have Anthony Hernandez. Bibi Rose will start in fourth, and to complete the top five, Brandon Beal in the 14. Then in sixth place, we have Delia Pez. In seventh, it's Andrew Miller. Riley Sampson starts in eighth. In ninth, it's Antonin Charlebois, and Noah Clifton, the 00, completes the top 10. Back by them with Sebastian Kukulan, who's inside, Conrad Evans in the 95. Then there's Eli Brand, the 88, and Ross McMorla in car number 10. Then we have Chris Jericho, the 18, with Jonathan Beeford in the 24, to his outside. Then we have Keegan Thompson and Jay Rando, with the 8 of Riley Spurley Tube and Anderson Reed in the 77. Then we have Samet Oskin enter second in the point standings, Marshall Burrow, who's outside the 21. Then we have Laura Chung with Keyshawn Richardson. Then Zach Fitzhart Sr. in the 19 of Jake Galloway. Then there's Max Anderson and Zachary DeLello, the 52, with the 4 of Levi Shones and the 62 of Ferret Longwell. Then we have TJ Lee winner here last season, wants to try and repeat that magic as he enters third in the points. Max Ross, who's inside the 20. Then we have Jordan Stout, the 17, and Griffin Lynn, the 36, with Bronson Minnick and Code Luigi. Then we have Justin Zidell and Malachi Rodriguez, Jeff Bright, the 9, and Jose Mills, the 47. And to round out the field, Ryan Wilson, the 32, and Luke Rennie in car number 2. So there's the starting lineup for the Bass Pro Shops 400 here at Vermont. Let's go and check how far these cars up for 42 laps of action.
Drivers, start your engines.
This may only be the 5th Gatorade Cup Series race here at Vermont, but the previous 4 have produced some amazing moments. Think back to the inaugural race here, Jeff Bright winning in the 5, winning the first ever Vermont race. He starts towards the back, but looking to maybe bookend the races here at Vermont. In the last 2 seasons, we've seen some clean but great racing, with drivers able to move their way through the pack. We'll see if it stays clean here in the third race of the chase, or will it get a little bit physical as 2 chasers lead the way to the green. Evan Hunter, who's outside the points there, Derek Hamill. Down this long, straight front straightaway, the green flag is in the air. We're underway at the Vermont International Speedway Bass Pro Shops 400. Off into turn 3 for the first time today. Evan Hunter leads Anthony Hernandez. The inside definitely the place to be here in Vermont. The outside goes nowhere. You see that Hamill falling back. From pole, Evan Hunter will lead the first lap of the final Gatorade Cup Series Vermont race. Hernandez, who's won here before, up to second place. Brandon Beal to third. Andrew Miller and Antonin Charlebois look to break away inside the top 5 as Derek Kimmel still on the outside, falling back as the race down the backstretch. This track reversed from normal racetracks. The backstretch has basically the tri-oval in it. The front straightaway is a straightaway as the battle for third, Andrew Miller looking low and Brandon Beal for the lead. Hernandez trying to look low and Evan Hunter. The race off 4 for the second time here today. Still Hunter leading off Hernandez. Beal still in third. Miller still fourth. Charlebois keeps spit. The battle's on for 6th. Conrad Evans looking to the inside. Derek Hamill. Ross McMorrow was looking 3 wide. Thought better of that. Chris Jericho and Jay Randall moving low. Derek Hamill still in the fallback on the outside and could fall outside the top 10 by the time he finds a way down in line. Battle for third. Brandon Beal has it. Andrew Miller won it. Beal barely got down from Miller. Almost wrecked himself cutting the 38 off. Miller will fall back down to the outside fence, and then Charlebois looks low for 4th, but the 38 getting a nice draft off the 3 cars in front. And for 2nd, that's going to be heating up. Brandon Beal looking all over Anthony Hernandez into turn 1. The 48 better through 1 and 2 than Evan Hunter. Miller look low here off 2. There's Andrew Miller again going for 3rd place on Brandon Beal. We'll see if he can complete it this time. The inside 3 and 4, pretty hard to make passes work here. It's a very multi-groove corner right here, 3 and 4 is. And Miller once again can't make it work. That's going to give Beal a nice run off of 4 here. Might get him a shot for 2nd place. There he goes, low to the inside on the 40 of Anthony Hernandez for 2nd. But the 48 getting drafted from the 11, able to keep that spot. Hunter doing a really good job just making sure those guys behind aren't content. And once again, Andrew Miller trying the inside on Brandon Beal into turn 3. Will he be able to make it work one of these times? Looks like this time is another negative. Hernandez still all over Evan Hunter, looking low off 4, right to the back bumper, but can't get to the inside quite yet. Ross McMorrow is going for 5th on Antonin Charlebois. There's the battle for 3rd. This time it might be Miller's, and there goes the battle for the lead. Anthony Hernandez is low on Evan Hunter. Miller's through to 3rd by Brandon Beal, and Anthony Hernandez is side by side with Evan Hunter down the backstretch into turn 3. So can he make the inside work here in 3 and 4? He's ahead of the 11 into the corner. Hunter runs wider, should get the run off, but can the 48 get clear before that happens? Hernandez Hunter side by side down the front straightaway to the stripe to complete the 6th lap. Anthony Hernandez leads that one in the 48. New leader at Vermont, it's the 48 out in front. Ross McMorrow going for 2nd now, and Evan Hunter's on the outside, 3 wide. Behind them comes Anderson Reed, and there comes Chris Jericho looking 3 wide as well in the 18. That's for 2nd place. The 10 gets in line, gets to 2nd. Great rotation for McMorrow, using the apron even to turn that car. And now low in the 48. And then JJR teammates battle for 3rd. Jericho giving Hunter some space to maybe get down, but the 11 pushing the 48. Gets outside the 10, but the 10 is by in 1 and 2. McMorrow to the lead. Chris Jericho up to 2nd, and right behind him, who else but the points leader Derek Hamill, who's had an amazing chase thus far and looking to extend it even more for the points lead. The 15 up inside the top 5 again. A win at Pocono, a 5th at Pensacola. Both races, the highest finishing chaser. Well, right now, he's the highest chaser. His nearest competition, Brandon Beal and Evan Hunter. No, by the way, they're in the middle and up top 3 wide. Anderson Reed, the Pensacola winner, looks low, but Beal clears them off. Battle for the lead. Jericho is there on the number 10, down the backstretch. See if he can make the inside 3 and 4 work. It's very hard to do it, but sometimes you can. Oh, Hamill barely got down front. Brandon Beal, almost contact there between those two who are both in the chase, and obviously Beal a little bit lower in points, so he probably wouldn't have minded if the 15 cut down from him and they made some contact. The 10 leads that one, 9 laps in, and it'll clear Jericho to keep the lead. They were 3 wide behind. They sorted out back to 2 wide as Anthony starts to fade back. Yepez and Noah Clifton get low. Evan Hunter's fading back outside the top 10. Keyshawn Richardson getting to the inside. Jay Brando's trying to come forward in the 53. DeLello and Beal also on the outside. Now Derek Campbell's on the outside. Anderson Reed is down to the bottom, but the 15 gets a nice run. Should get the draft in front to get clear in 3rd place. Might actually have a shot for 2nd here as he looks low on Jericho in turn 1. Does Jericho give him the space or cut down? He'll cut down at the last moment. He tried to give him maybe some surprise dirty air right there as Jericho again getting a push from Hamill. Now this time we'll go to the inside of McMorrow down the backstretch. Here comes Anderson Reed looking low on Hamill as well. As Jericho, Hamill barely trying to get down again with Reed though shoving the 15 aside. I think he saw what he did to Beal a few laps ago and said, "You're not doing it again to me." Anderson Reed trying to keep now that spot to the inside to get to 3rd place as the 10 continues to lead off Chris Jericho. And here's the battle for 3rd. Anderson Reed low on Derek Hamill through 1 and 2, and now Hamill might fall outside the top 5 again. Yepez in the middle, Noah Clifton down low, 3 wide for 4th place. Clifton, I think, is going to be backing out of that to turn 3. He did, gave Yepez the room down low. Now can Hamill get the draft off the cars in front to get clear and get in line in 4th place? Maybe have a shot for 3rd. Anderson Reed for 2nd on Chris Jericho, racing down to turn 1. And he gets there. Now Hamill's low, and he might go for a shot at 2nd place here. He's looking on Reed, off 2 and down the back straightaway. There goes the 15 of Hamill, but Reed, I think, is going to clear him off, and he does. Behind them, Evan Hunter's starting to come back forward with Keyshawn Richardson and Smash Kukulon in tow. Way up the track for Jericho. Got put 3 wide. Look who's up this to 3rd. Derek Hamill by Yepez and Jericho both as Reed and McMorrow try and pull away. Noah Clifton trying to gain some spots. Getting by Chris Jericho. Jericho's teammate Evan Hunter right behind him. Here comes Keyshawn Richardson, Smash Kukulon, Riley Sampson as well. 3 wide again down this back stretch. Yepez on the outside, Jericho in the middle, down low Keyshawn Richardson. So Jericho trying to get back in line. And for the lead, Reed was looking on McMorrow, but no such run made there. Now Derek Hamill's a nice run for 2nd place as they race off 4. And Hamill again to the inside. That 15 so strong in the early part of the chase. And here he is again, the only one of the chasers up inside the top 5. His nearest chaser is on the outside falling back, Evan Hunter. He's outside the top 10 now. He's only one chaser inside the top 10, and it's the current points leader, showing why he's the favorite for the championship after 2 races into this chase. Beal climbs the banking. Levi Schoen trying to come forward with Barrett Longwell and Andrew Miller, as it's all getting crazy back here outside the top 10. Back to the front, pretty calm, with McMorrow leading. A single file train back to Chris Jericho to the front, 7 single file. The first battle for position, 8th place. Sampson moves by Kukulon, and now Laura Chung wants 9th, and Evan Hunter trying to get back inside the top 10. because they cannot let Derek Hamill get too far away in the 15. And we've seen here before at Vermont, especially the last few races, we get long enough into a run as Hamill goes to second by Anderson Reed. We get far enough into a run where we get to green flag pit stops, and then, you know, green flag pit stops, that could bring a yellow flag, or it could go green the whole way. So, you know, the first few races here at Vermont, we saw a few cautions each race, but as of late here in Vermont, it's gone pretty clean, green, with some good racing, green flag pit stops, and then really the cautions come out either during green flag pit stops or just after green flag pit stops, and that really kind of determines how the second half of the race will go. As the battle for the lead, Derek Hamill looking for his second win of the chase, right on the back of Mick Marola, looking to try and get by him in turns 1 and 2. It's 4 cars for the lead. Mick Marola, Derek Hamill, Noah Clifton, and Diego Yepes. Down the backstretch, there goes Hamill, moving low on the 10, into turn 3, going for the lead at Vermont. Derek Hamill right down around that white line, around the apron on the bottom of the racetrack. But the 10, just great drive off the top of 3 and 4, gets clear for the lead again. Derek Hamill keeps second. Noah Clifton might fall back outside the top 3, as here comes Diego Yepes, trying to look low in the 13. Here comes Keyshawn Richardson and the 16 of Riley Sampson. Eli Bright's ahead in the 88, so obviously he had some issues as he's fallen a lap down, had to come down the pit lane. So issues for Eli Bright, who's now a lap down and out of the running unless we get a yellow flag, which comes out at a good position. Bronson Luke Rennie Fitzwater looks like kind of lost touch with some drivers. So Eli was obviously mid-pack when he had to come down pit road, and it scared the back half of the field out. Tough break for the driver of the 88. Most of the field single file. Some others try to filter through here. Derek Hamill has gotten to the lead by Ross McMarola, so the points leader leads now in Vermont, looking for his second win in 3 races. It's been a dominant chase so far for Derek Hamill, and he's shown the domination again as he leads now at the midpoint at Vermont. 3 wide behind them. Anderson Reed outside, Jericho middle, Evan Hunter down low. Reed backs out, now it's 3 wide again in a different spot in the 77, still fading outside the top 10 just like that for Anderson Reed. Yeah, that was not good at all for Reed for the lead again. Here comes the 10. Hamill climbs the banking, trying to get the run. Clifton and McMurrola back into the gas sooner. Great drive for the 10, the bottom of the racetrack. Side by side with the 15 down the front straightaway. Hamill leads the midpoint of the Bass Pro Shots 400 and gets down in line in front of the 10. McMurrola getting a great drive off 2, getting low. Look at Riley Spurgeon using the apron back there to keep his car turning in the 8. Little known Hunter and Keyshawn Richardson. Big aggressive racing here as we get closer to pit stops. The 8 slid up. Hunter slides up, trying to give the 8 some room. The 15 of Hamill stays clear. Hunter a great run. Laura Chung a great run in the 66 as well. Here comes Diego Yepes to the outside of Evan Hunter. Hunter now back up inside the top 5 and needs to really be doing that because the championship with Derek Hamill looking like it's going to be hard to beat him unless something happens to him. Hunter behind a side-by-side out for 3rd place with Clifton on the outside, Chung on the inside. Laura Chung trying to take 3rd place away from the 00. Riley Spurgeon moving up nicely through the field in the 8 car. Hunter will get down, maybe try and filter through to get to 4th as they get by Noah Clifton. Catching Eli Bright again to put him a 2nd lap down. So obviously the 88 just not up to speed, and whatever issue it is, kind of slowing him down just a bit. Derek Hamill might find some trouble getting by him, or we'll see maybe down the straightaway here if he can get a run down the straightaway, because it looks like the 88 down on just a little bit of power, just a little bit slower than the guys behind. You can see right there Hamill now looking low into turn 1, but Eli slams the door shut down low. That will slow Hamill just a bit, but the 10 has issues with Laura Chung looking low for 2nd place, so that allows Hamill to get a little bit of breathing room over the guys back behind. 3 and 4. 10 keeps that spot. Great rotation for McMurrola through 3 and 4. Maybe having a shot here at the 15 using some draft, but the 15 also getting draft from the 88 of Eli Bright. Now looking to the inside, and turn 1 has the run at the end of the straightaway, and Derek Hamill's going to be Eli Bright now 2 laps down in the 88, and big there to get a car between he and maybe 2nd place. If the 10 can't get by this 88 quickly, looks like he will though. Great drive for McMurrola right there to get by Eli Bright as fast as he did. time, also trying to find a way around the 88, then Evan Hunter, the nearest chaser. As here comes Ross McMorrow looking low on Derek Hamill, Laura Chung looking low on both of them. Eli Bright still there in the 88. They have Evan Hunter, Noah Clifton, some others for the lead. Here comes the 10, low on the 15 into turn 1. Ross McMorrow takes the lead back away in the Bass Pro Shots 400, and now Laura Chung wants to lead in the 66. Laura Chung, a very aggressive move in the 66, down to the inside, trying to grab the lead away from the 10 of McMorrow into turns 3 and 4. She's down there. Evan Hunter with her, but the 10, great drive through 3 and 4, gets clear, but Chung is clear in second by Derek Hamill, and here comes Evan Hunter trying to get some draft and get there. Chung trying to get clear the 15 and will through 1 and 2. Now, Evan Hunter, the highest chaser, as Derek Hamill falls back to 4th place. Kendall Wilkinson put him back to 5th. Here comes Evan Hunter for even more spots in the 11 car. Great drive into turns 3 and 4. Oh, check up big for Hunter, but back into the gas sooner than the cars on the outside. Hunter gave up corner entrance to help on the exit. Looks like it's working out for at least Hamill down the front stretch. Behind Breeden and Barrett Longwell, almost rubbing. Still Hamill falling back on the outside. Nowhere to go in that 15. Hunter trying again for 2nd place. Noah Clifton puts Hamill back to 5th now, but can the 15 get a drive on the top of 3 and 4 is the big question. Coming back to 13 laps to go in the Bass Pro Shots 400. Oh, and they're pit to the inside. The leader is pitted. Some others are pitting, but now this is where cautions could come out, so we have to watch out. It's not an easy pit road to get onto, and so far everyone's doing a really good job at it, but it did slow some guys up. Yeah, so these first guys on the pit road may be smart because they didn't have to get slowed up. Laura Chung now leads in the 66. Evan Hunter, Derek Hamill both stayed out in the 15, the 11. Coming back to 12 to go, and it looks like most of the rest of the field should probably come down this time. Evan Hunter staying out another lap in the 11. So Hunter overcutting. Oskin second in the points overcutting, hoping a yellow flag could come out, maybe trap some of these guys. Jose Mills also staying out. But the rest of the field is in besides those few. There's Evan Hunter. Then Oskin. Then Mills. Those 3. The 10 leads first. Ross McMorrow out in front and by a wide margin. Everyone else very slow leaving. Oh, contact leaving pits. Richardson and Longwell. Really good job controlling those cars, but that could have been the yellow those leaders wanted. There's the front 3. They're now in. Evan Hunter clear pit lane to get into, which could help him out. Let's see how it works for him. Where do Hamill and the rest come out? Hamill still changing tires with the 48. Laura Chung leaving. Andrew Miller, the 15, a little bit of a slower stop. There goes DeLello and called Luigi. He'll lose some chase spots. Yeah, that was a bad stop for Derek Campbell's crew. Now he's side by side with Jeff Price and yield in. There goes the 10 around these guys. But Laura Chung got a really good stop in the 66. Laura Chung and Ross McMorrow. So is that going to be good for Evan Hunter now that he pitted when he did? Hunter had clear track to come in on. Laura Chung, I thought staying on lap longer would hurt her, but here she is. The 10 has a nice run, though. Where's the 11? There he is. He and Oskin leaving pit road. So there's Evan Hunter through 1 and 2, trying to get up to speed as quick as possible because he knows the leaders coming off pit road. They're right behind. There's Ross McMorrow. He's going to fly by the 11. Yeah, so I think the 11 stayed out too long. There's Eli Bright. Great pit stop for Zach DeLello, who's up inside the top 5 now in that 52 car, coming back to 10 to go. Hunter trying to block him. DeLello gets around the outside of the 11 car, and there goes DeLello by. 3 cars at the front. One is a lap car, Eli Brent, the 88. So Ross McMorrow takes back control of this race. Laura Chung is now 2nd. DeLello to 3rd. Hunter in 4th and still trying to get up to speed. Miller is now 5th. Richardson 6th. Sprotube 7th. Oskin is 8th. Yepes 9th. Anderson Reed is 10th. Then Coleridge 11th, Jeff Bright up to 12th. Levi Schultz is 13th, ahead of Derek Campbell, who's back to 14th. Mills is bound for 15th with Jericho. Clifton is falling back along Kukulon, Hernandez, and Beal. There's Jay Brando, Jonathan Beeford, Marshall Burrow, Conrad Evans, and Griffin Lynn, Keegan Thompson, Riley Sampson, all these others. Some others did a really good pit strategy, gained some spots, while some others did lose on this pit strategy and have fallen off. So McMorrow got clear of the lap car of Eli Bright. Laura Chung trying to do the same in the 66, but the longer she stays by this 88, the better it is for Ross McMorrow, who pulls away from that 2nd place. Battle is on for 3rd. DeLello and Andrew Miller at the moment look like a 2-car race for the win, unless something major happens. Yeah, if these guys don't start battling, it's really going to be hard for anyone behind. 28.6 right there. These drivers ran about 10th faster, but it's not enough with the amount of time that's left. Laura Chung's starting to lose touch with those two cars, and bad for her because, you know, the 10 is all by himself. Ross McMorola. Eli Bright over the back, though, that 10 car. So potentially, you know, if the 88 passes the 10, maybe the 66 could gain up. 28.5 for those drivers, 28.4 for these drivers. So they're catching slightly, but they need more than what they're gaining right now. DeLello looking low and Andrew Miller. So there's passing back here. Oskin and Co. Luigi, two chasers going at it. They're trying to gain some points because they know Derek Kimmel having the best days in the 15 because he's in a mess right now as chasers are getting by him and even non-chasers. He's on the outside fading back and nowhere to go for Derek Hamill. He could lose a good amount of points. It's looking like it's going to be a great day for Derek Hamill, but now not so much. Back up to the front. Eli Bright still on McMorola. Now going side by side. DeLello trying to get by to third place as this pack just has 5 laps of the line to run the front 3 cars down. The front 2 positions are McMorola and Laura Chung. Eli Bright 2 laps down in this mess in the 88 car. Ferret Longwell a lap down in the 62 as we have 40 cars on the lead lap to end this race. 5 laps to go in the Bass Pro Shops 400. Ross McMorola has led the most laps today, in control of this one. Eli Bright 2 laps down, right behind him. Laura Chung, the next lead lap car in second. Then third place is a mess of cars. They can't sort it out. They are still gaining slightly, but it's not enough unless the front few start battling. They really need those front few to battle. 4 laps to go for Ross McMorola in the 10. 28.6 their lap, 28.4. They're catching by 2 tenths that time. But once again, they're a second and a half back. They need more. They need these drivers to really battle up at the front of the field. Laura Chung to the outside. Could this help her maybe? Eli, great drive through 3 and 4. If he gets a run to the inside turns 1 and 2, he might right here. We'll see. He's trying, but has to fall in behind the 10. Great drive for McMorola down the straightaway. 3 laps to go for the driver of the 10. Eli Bright again, great drive through 1 and 2, but not enough. Here are these guys. They're trying so hard, but they might come up a lap or 2 short. Derek Hamill on the 50 has fallen back to 23rd, even behind Griffin Lynn and Brandon Beal, 2 more chasers. Other chasers might smell blood in the water, as here they come. 2 laps to go for Ross McMorola in the 10. Laura Chung, second place. Remember, Eli Bright a few laps down in the 88 between the front 2. Ooh, the 10 went wide. The 88 got to the inside, but is it going to be enough? Down the backstretch, white flag this time by for Ross McMorola in the 10, Laura Chung in the 66. 88 trying the bottom, the 10 slides wide, the 66 goes high with the 10. White flag, last lap of Vermont for Ross McMorola, and it looks like it might be his to lose because the 66 on the outside of a driver 2 laps down. Oskin looking to be the highest finishing chaser, he's right now 3rd. His nearest chaser is Evan Hunter, who's also inside the top 10, has gone by a few more. Down the back straightaway, the pack is going to be a lap too late to run the 10 down. Turns 3 and 4 for the final time for Ross McMorola. He's dominated today, and he had help from Eli Bright, who's in between he and second place Laura Chung to the checker flag. A dominant win for Ross McMorola here in Vermont. And where does Derek Hamill, the point leader, come in? He was somewhere in that mess. He faded back behind even Max Anderson at the end. So great drive for a few chasers to put Hamill a few spots back, but drivers like Beal are not going to be too happy with their run. Yeah, Brian Wilson can't be happy. Jake Galloway, TJ Hanley as well finished back there. But what a day it was for Ross McMorola, a dominating victory here in Vermont in the Bass Pro Shops 400. Let's go check out the finish results and how the points look after the 3rd chase race of the season. Here's how they finished in the Bass Pro Shops 400 at the Vermont International Speedway. No caution flags here today in this race, and 7 lead changes, 5 different drivers out in front here today in Vermont. And the one who dominated this race, leading more than half the laps, 25 of them, Ross McMorola in control at the end. Laura Chung ends up in second. Decent day for her, but definitely would have maybe rathered Eli Bright not have been up there and kind of affect the outcome of the race. Third place to Smed Oskin, highest finishing chaser today. And with the struggles Derek Hamill had in the second half of the race, Oskin moves into a tie for the points with Hamill. So those two tied on top and some more, trying to close in. They've gotten a little bit closer as Hamill struggled and finished outside the top half of the field here today. Aaron Reed ends up in 4th, and Andrew Miller completes the top 5 in the 38. Jeff Bright, really good drive for him from 39th up to 6th place at the end. Delia Pez ends up in 7th. From pole, Evan Hunter gets 8th place. Very solid day. Second highest finishing chaser's best chase race of the season so far. It does move very, very close to being within a race of the points lead. Cole Luigi 9th place for him, and Zach DeLillo a top 10 for the 52. So 4 chasers, top 10, really good days for those drivers who needed really good rebounds and points to try and get themselves closer to the championship battle. You look down here and you see, for that second pack, Oskin on down to Riley's Bridge. They need 1-2 more laps. They would have all been right there, 12 cars. 13th on down were a second pack that were distance from the front pack. Jose Mills leading that one at the end along with Chris Jericho. And down here some more chasers. Jay Rando in 17th, Griffin Lynn in 18th. So they got by the number 15 Hamill at the end and put some points on him as well. You look down beneath the top 20. And you see down here Max Anderson nipped Derek Hamill at the line. Hamill ends up in 24th place and only got for the 15 5 points out of the day, so he was the 8th finishing chaser here today. Brandon Beal a spot below him, definitely would have wanted to maybe get by him, but did limit some of the damage here today. But some chasers that had dismal days. Ryan Wilson, once again, the 3rd straight chase race, not good at all for the driver of the 32. He now falls 25 points below the tie for the points lead, and I mean, this was his best race of the season, but that doesn't mean much when you're finishing down 35th. Jake Galloway, once again, for the 3rd straight chase race. This man came in, on top, leading points, dominating the regular season, but ever since the chases started, it has been nothing for Jake Galloway. He's currently down 11th in the points, and then TJ Henley, who entered with a shot to maybe gain on Derek Hamill, did not run well at all today. Hanley finished 39th and lost a lot of points and positions here from Vermont. On the right side are the point standings. Obviously, as mentioned, the tie between Hamill and Oskin currently on top for the 15 and the 6. That'll be interesting to see how that all plays out into the final 7 races. Zachary DeLello getting pretty close to the 52. He's currently 7 points back. Look at Griffin Lynn. He's only 10 points back. And Jay Randall, 12 points back as well. So those drivers pretty close within range of the points that we saw here today. Obviously, a 7-point swing in favor of Smed Oskin, so that easily could happen in the next 7 races for these drivers. Also, a 3-way tie behind between 3 champions, Max Anderson, Cole Luigi, and TJ Hanley. They're all 13 points back, so they're also within a race if one of them were to win and Hamill were to fade out and finish last of the chasers. But then below those guys, it gets a little bit harder. Evan Hunter, obviously a really good day, gained a lot of points and got now 15 points away from the points lead. So very, very close there. Brandon Beal, just below him, is 17 points back. And then you look down even lower, you see Jake Galloway and Ryan Wilson obviously down here have had dismal chases. Galloway currently 22 points back and Ryan Wilson 25 points back. That's going to be hard for those drivers to make up because they've already had 3 really bad chase races. They need to be perfect for the final 7 races of this chase to even think about getting to that championship for the final Gatorade Cup Series season. As we look forward to chase race number 4 in the Gatorade Cup Series season, we'll go racing a short track in Richmond for the Menards 400. I'll see you guys then.